Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh my gosh, how's things going today?
Today has been a very busy day along with a busy week.
Yes. Well, that's that's awesome. Isn't that
Yeah,
great?
that is, I feel blessed.
Yes,
Definitely
very
blessed.
thankful that everyone, when you're good at what you do, then it's not really, what is that, your favorite saying? If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
I've never said that. But I'm just happy everybody's happy and healthy and able to do what they do.
Sure.
So, yeah,
I agree.
especially my family. So everyone's out today. So thought it would be a great time to do a podcast. And this one's going to be a little self-serving.
What?
Yes.
That's not what this podcast is about.
I know. Skip it if you don't like it. But actually, we've had a lot of, comes from me meeting with companies all the time. And so I thought, I'm hearing the same kind of questions over and over. So why not do a podcast where I answer some of those questions? So
Okay.
Today, we're just going to talk about what can you expect when you bring on Magnified Media to work with your company.
All right. So let me set the stage a little bit. So let's say I am a general contractor.
Okay.
And I have a target area of, say, Seattle.
Okay.
Now, I have a good reputation, not great, but pretty good. Mm-hmm. And a few Yelp reviews, few Google reviews. I would like to increase my online presence and attract some really good clients. So now I bring in Magnified Media. What can I expect?
All right. So first thing, if you already have a marketing department in place, right? So a lot of times companies will bring us in their marketing department, their hackles will rise because they're very worried. When that happens, just make sure or just know, marketing people, we're not here to take your job. We're just here to augment what you're doing. So if you're already producing social media content or blog content, stuff like that, or anything outside of the stuff that we do, don't worry about it. We're going to be working.
I'm confident in my job and my abilities and my results. Why would I be threatened?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, but my point is that we work alongside of marketing departments all the time. And actually what they do, a lot of times they're very afraid, but when they realize that we're not crazy and we're not after their jobs, we're here to make that business who brings us on better, stronger, and help them grow in their visibility and their credibility. That helps them actually keep their job. See, it works. So don't worry about it.
I can see both sides.
Well, most likely in-house, they're not going to have an SEO expert.
No,
so
they have their niece from community college.
But a lot of times we get into much larger companies where they have a marketing department with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, but none of them know really in detail what SEO is and definitely don't know about Google and Google Maps. So they don't know about the visibility part of what they're doing. They live on the social media part and the blog creation part. So both of those have some value, and we're not going to discount that value to that company. So you asked what happens when they bring us on. We have a meeting, generally we have we meet with their marketing department and some other decision makers, and we explain that. We say, okay, here's our domain. When we ask for, website access and stuff like that, we need it to do such and such. Nothing that we do is, we can always change it back. Okay. And we're not going to go crazy and make a crazy website or something like that. So that's the first thing that they should expect is we're not there. If you have a marketing department already, we're not going to supplant that. if you don't have a marketing department, we're going to come in and we're going to help you basically like we started off, every company, visibility and then credibility. The credibility part, I think, Jamie, that credibility part comes from what?
Online reviews, customer testimonials, partner testimonials. Anyone who will say something nice publicly, that'd be great.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. We want to get as many of those as we can, usually double or triple our competitors. That way, we take care of that credibility side of the business. And we want to make sure that we're implementing that's ongoing. So we're always kind of trying to bring in more and more reviews, because really, you can't have enough. What that does, the offshoot of that is it improves your customer service. So that's really good. That actually improves the business as a whole. So if you're focused on getting reviews, that means you'll be more focused on the customer experience, which helps everybody get more reviews, etc. That's
sure.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. The other thing is we're going to be we're going to be providing monthly reports or meetings with the decision makers, or both. Those meetings usually last, a half hour. We schedule them out in advance, all that stuff. So they can expect that. The other thing you're going to definitely expect is results. So results means phone calls. Phone calls leads through the website, all that stuff, those qualified customers calling your business. And that's what we bring in. The question that we are always asked is, how long does it take? If my business is not in the 3-pack in my office for my service, how long is it going to take to get in there? And, like everything else with SEO, it depends. So it depends on so many different factors. So it's tough to say, today it'll take a week. We've done it in as little as 3 weeks. But then, if it's a new location and they've never had a location in that city, then it could be as long as 6 months. If it's in a really, really competitive sector with hundreds of competitors, which we have clients like that, it can take a lot longer. So it is an investment in that presence. It's a wheel that turns, and we're pushing that wheel. And so for some clients, it can be really, really tough. It just depends. It sucks to say that. I wish it was. I wish it didn't. I wish I could say, set your watch on it, but you can't. That's just the nature of the beast.
All right.
All right. So we're going to be helping to build, like I said, credibility. The other thing we're going to be doing is increasing your visibility for the keywords that you want. We'll do keyword research during that first month. We're going to be looking at your business, your competitors, and seeing what keywords that your ideal clients are going to be putting in. So that way we're going to focus on those to trigger Maps results right away. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be building content during the first month, 20, 30 pages of content for your site, and then just to get the ball rolling. So that's what you can expect.
All right. Ready for some questions?
Bring it.
What happens? Why are some of your clients not successful?
Sometimes they give up in the middle, right? So they're expecting, it's been 2 or 3 months, and then they're not seeing any progress.
Okay.
And when that happens, and it does, I have to always remind them, it's not a light switch. I wish it was. You're in you're in Manhattan, in downtown Manhattan. And like I just mentioned, you have hundreds of competitors. And they've been there for years. So it's going to take a long time. It's going to take, we're building your authority and your credibility. And that credibility part, a lot of times, we can't really, we can help, but we also need your staff to be helping along with us. So
okay.
that can happen. And we've had clients break contracts like that before. And it sucks.
So I'm a client, and I've heard you talk about, not using pictures that are not their own, or just not responsive. Their marketing team not responsive because they feel you're a threat. Anything like that?
Yeah, it happens too.
Okay.
But all we can do is recommend. So we can say, hey, we believe that your click-through rate would increase if you change this photo, for example. And then, the owner or the decision maker can say, no, that stays. And then we go, okay, we recommended something, as the SEO expert, that does kind of go out of my lane a little when I make recommendations like that, but they're free to take that or not. It's their business. Ultimately they're the decision maker. That's okay.
And then,
I understand that.
I've also heard of, other friends' companies where they hire, their 8th grade, daughter to take pictures and put things on Instagram. And then they complain that it's a big waste of time. So what's the difference between the daughter or son, someone in middle school and Magnified Media?
Well, we don't do that. So that's number one. But also we're going to look at your business and let you know if Instagram is really the right avenue for you to be expecting, go back to your general contractor. Is Instagram really going to be the right avenue for you to sell your business? If you're paying, maybe, but most likely not. Instagram really is, in my opinion, is for lower priced items other than your $50,000 bathroom remodel.
Let's just say, what if they, the daughter, does a Google My Business, or I guess that's a little bit out of the range, but Facebook, Twitter, those kind of things.
Well, we definitely have people who try to do stuff themselves. And I've had listeners of this podcast come back and say, hey, yeah, I tried this, and this, and it works. So totally, for those people who want to do this themselves, that's one of the reasons we started the podcast.
Yep.
Go through all these, do it yourself. You definitely can. If you have time to do that, that's great. If you can hire somebody to do it, great. If you want to come to us, that's great too. All of those scenarios I'm totally fine with. There's plenty of business out there for us. And it seems like, every month our company's growing and growing and growing, even during COVID. It's pretty great. But like you said, some people think that their teenager can do this. Great. Good luck.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Right.
You want to make sure that, one last thing is, people ask, why are your contracts 12 months? Basically it goes back to the light switch. It's not a light switch. We need time to, get that ball rolling or get that wheel rolling. And once it does, the benefits are immense, but you have to give us time to do that. And, that does give us time. We do a ton of work up in front, and then, that work, we get results definitely down the line. So that's why we do it.
All right. Well, great. My company, Solar Harmonics, is a 5-year client of Magnified Media, something like that.
Oh.
So I've written many testimonials, many things on Yelp, and
thank you.
Definitely Magnified Media, for what they're charging, which is peanuts compared to what they should be charging. One day, Adam's going to wake up and realize he needs to just don't charge me this, but charge everyone else. I think he could easily charge 10 times, but he won't listen to me, and he keeps prices ridiculously low for what they're able to deliver, and increase our business online and increase our, So thank you very much, Magnified Media. I know there's countless other companies that you've helped, and
awesome,
plenty more. And so, let's keep the podcast going.
Woo. All right, we're going to wrap it up there.
All
nice.
Right, sounds
Thank
good.
you.
So if you do know a business owner that would love to learn more about SEO, but if they have 3 or more employees, that's a good match. Single person employees generally don't have the budget for something like this, but anyone else, just go ahead and refer this podcast over. They can actually learn to do this on their own, and other companies can hire Magnified Media to actually do their SEO and marketing and become a critical piece of their growth and sustainability. So
nice.
Make sure to rate and review and share this podcast. Thanks very much, everybody.
Have a great day.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business. magnify your profits.